Can I make a song using only one microphone? I bet I can. Let's do this.
Take me down, take me to the beach, take me where I should belong. Turn around to another niche, now I lost all my control. I'm saying, won't you remember me? It's all the same to me.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today, a brand was crazy enough to send me their gear to test out. It's crazy, right? Brands do this to reviewers, but I'm not a reviewer. I don't do reviews at all because there are already so many reviews out on YouTube and I kinda hate them at this point, you know? I bought at least 2 phones. The reviewer was like, this is the best phone ever, you gotta get this phone. I got the phone and it sucked and I returned the phone. So I don't wanna do reviews, right? I'm not a reviewer at all. So I thought, these guys send me this microphone. Their name, by the way, is United Studio Technologies. They were crazy enough to send me this to my house. What if I never return it? I'm Brazilian after all, so like the temptation to just steal this is very big on me. I'm not trying to say that all Brazilians are thieves, but there is something inside me that's just telling me to take this and go. But I won't. I promise, United Studio Technologies. I'm not gonna take your microphone. So yeah, I'm not gonna do a review. So I thought, what can I do with this microphone that would be cool for you guys to watch? And it's not just something like me trying to sell you a piece of gear that I don't even own, right? So my last video was doing a song using only VSTs, no real instruments, and it was a fun experiment. But what I really like to do is recording things. I'm not really so much of a computer kind of guy, I'm kind of a real world kind of guy. And I thought it would be really cool to make a whole song using all of the features of this microphone. And that's the sound of the microphone. You're gonna listen to it, and if you like it or not, it's up to you. So let's get into this. So everything in the song is gonna be coming in through this mic. I'm not gonna plug anything else into my interface. And luckily I have a bunch of cool new acoustic instruments to try out. My good old guitar right here. I also have this pretty cool new banjo here that needs to be tuned. I have a mandolin as well. I have a bass lele right there. I would call it a baixo lele, maybe, I don't know, for Brazilians. It's a bass and a ukulele, a bass ukulele, bass lele, I don't know. But I'm gonna start with my good friends here. Percussion, so I have something with a tempo to kind of follow, right? I have a scratch track there on Ableton Live just to kind of guide me through this. I have like a demo version of the song. You guys are not gonna hear that because it sucks, but I'm gonna use it to kind of keep tempo and play all my percussions first. So tambourine first. And to do the tambourine, I'm actually gonna change this microphone here. It has multiple polar patterns, so I'm gonna change it to Omni, and I'm gonna go a little bit crazy around the mic because I want this tambourine to sound quite roomy and weird and kind of moving around. So I'm gonna be a little bit crazy around the mic, and I'm gonna record this tambourine twice so it can be stereo. A good trick when you're using only one mic to record your whole song is to record things twice so you can pan them left and right and have a stereo track in the end. So let's give it a go. Change it to Omni, go crazy, let's try it out. Alright, so omnipolar pattern gets anything around the mic equally, right? It has no direction. It's omni, like God, like Jesus himself. We did one, we gotta do another one. Remember, pan them stereo. But loads of mistakes in there, loads of inconsistencies, but embrace that when you're making music, especially when you're making music in a short amount of time with a specific objective. Don't worry too much about it, let it happen, it's gonna be fine. Mistakes are cool, leave them in. If they're very bad, you can edit them out. But don't worry too much about it, just keep recording, right? Another tambourine, stereo panning, let's do this. All right, and my hand hurts so bad right now. I think I took it too hard. And now let's move on to shakers, add a little bit more texture to our percussion, right? And I'm gonna do something weird, I never tried this. To do the shakers, I'm gonna change this mic into figure of 8 here, which means that it's capturing from both sides of the capsule. That way I can play one shaker on each side. I don't know if that's gonna sound good, maybe. I never tried it, but I'm gonna try it now. Playing these little things is harder than you think, believe me. But I think I'm done with these. Gonna move on to my other shaker. Why not? All right, so I'm gonna make a new track here in Ableton Live. Save it. Always keep saving your projects, all right? Don't underestimate this. So I'm gonna use this different shaker to do a couple accents, I would say, maybe kind of a snare thing. I'm really improvising here, guys, so bear with me, all right? I'm gonna change it to cardioid now, so it's just capturing sound from this side. And this microphone has a pretty cool vintage mode here that kind of makes the sound darker, and I think it would be cool to have a darker shaker in there. So let's give it a go. It's really hard to record shakers, right? But you can choose the best parts, you can cut around, you can make it work. I'm kind of a fan of improvising things. I didn't plan this song at all. I had this demo for years. I'm trying to go with whatever flows here today. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna listen to all my percussion soloed right now just to see how it sounds. That's actually pretty groovy, I'm not gonna lie. But I ran out of percussion things, but I still need a kick and I still need a snare, kinda. So a snare is gonna be clappy claps. And the kick, I'm gonna have to find something in my kitchen to do it. So let's start with the clappy claps, because it's a bit easier, right? For the claps, I'm gonna move this back to modern. And I need a lot of attack from my claps, so modern is a bit better because it's a bit more pointy, you know? And I put it in omni so I can really go around the room and clap a bunch of times. So I'll double these claps many times from different places in my room to kind of give an illusion that's a room full of people clapping. Let's give it a go. And you're gonna hear a lot of bodily sounds and breathing sounds from me, but that just brings the music alive, doesn't it? Because I'm a person, I'm not a robot, so everything's gonna stay in there. I'm not gonna clean this up. Everything's gonna stay in there, and I might even do a couple of passes where I'm really rubbing myself and making a lot of noise to give the song life, as if the song is breathing. Let's keep doing some claps and bodily noises. All right, let me listen to this, how it's sounding right now. You see, the claps still sound quite small, so I gotta do more. But I'm gonna start to go a little bit crazy and not just do claps. I'm gonna bang on random things. And I'm gonna call this one the rice bucket. This thing right here, it's my rice. It's actually Japanese rice that I eat every week. You see? Gonna bang on it to fortify my claps. Gonna bang on a bunch of things. And this is gonna sound awesome in the end, I promise. That's the rice ball right there. Still need more. Claps are really tedious, I know. I'm gonna bang on something else. Let me find something. A little bit dusty. This one's good because it's kind of rattly, like a snare. I'm gonna do a little pagodinho on this one, so come with me. Alright, that's pretty cool. We still need a kick. So for the kick, I'm gonna use my acoustic guitar because it has enough low end. I'm also gonna change this back to vintage here and to cardioid, because cardioid is gonna give me the proximity effect, which is the closest that you get to the mic, more low end you get. And I wanna create that fake low end to have some low end in there for my kick. So let's give it a go. Yeah, let's hear how that sounds. I have no idea actually. Let's hear if that makes any sense. It actually does, but what I need to do here, just for now, get an EQ in here. And boost that low end. I'm so sweaty. Sounds good now. Let's move on to something else. Maybe I should double this kick, but I'm not sure. This is cool. I'm gonna record my furniture, guys. So I'm gonna put the mic over here, just keep it in cardioid, keep it as is. No, that's gonna sound good. I feel it. Oh Jesus, my neighbors must really love me. Let's listen how that sounds. That's actually pretty groovy. All right, I'm gonna do something that I like to do in every song that I do. Now I'm gonna go crazy for the whole thing and do everything on my body and with voice and everything. And I might just use little sections of it, but I like to do weird things just in case something works. You can't really be afraid to try things, right? Because nobody's watching you, just you guys are watching me. So yeah, let's give this a go. That sounded crazy, but I like it. I'm gonna do it one more time. Then I remember I have a crash here. It's not a good crash, but it's good enough for this purpose. So I'm gonna put some crash in there. I'm excited, I have another cymbal. How janky. This is 100% Julian Grimm, guys. Now you know. Let's do some hi-hats. All right, I did a little bit of mixing on those drums here. Let's hear how they sound together. So as you can see here, I got a little bit of drum bus, a little bit of glue compressor, a lot of channel EQ, and some saturator, just to give me a little bit more vibe while I record the other stuff on top of these drums. Alright, so now I'm gonna record the bass ukulele, and it doesn't make a lot of sound. It's really meant to be plugged in directly to your interface. But because I can't plug in anything, everything has to go through the mic. I'm using the mic really close to the sound hole here, and I put it on vintage mode again so I can get that low end. And let's just see how it goes. This is a weird instrument to play, and it's a weird instrument to keep in tune, so let's see how it goes.
The next day.
And it's another day. That bass really was hard to record, but I think I did it. So let's just listen to it today with fresh ears and see how it sounds. I gave it a little bit of a mix as well, just to kind of pull more bass in there. You see here how much bass I'm pulling, some compression and some saturation as well. Let's just hear it in solo and see how it's sounding. Sounds quite cool, right? It kind of sounds like an upright bass, but rubbery, which makes sense. So yeah, that's the bass. Now let's move on to the banjo. Finally, something a little bit more spicy, I would say. Spicy? Are banjos spicy? I don't know. Anyways, let's do this. All right, so for the banjo, I'm gonna put this mic a little bit up, like this. Point it down towards the banjo body, like this, the banjo drum. And I'm gonna turn it to vintage again, because the banjo has quite a harsh sound. I think the vintage mode will really help it sound a little bit smoother and a little bit older, which is cool for a banjo, right? All right, I'm not a banjo player. I'm gonna play something really simple, but I think it sounds cool. I like the sound of the banjo, even though it's just me playing pretty badly. Anyways, let's record this. Alright, and now I'm gonna record it again so I can pan one hard left and one hard right, like I would do it with guitars. Alright, and I know I play the banjo like a guitar player, but that's what I am, a horrible guitar player. Let's move on to the guitars then. Why not? Let's do something that we know how to do. Now, the acoustic guitar, I'm gonna move this mic over here like this and put it back to modern mode like this. And I'm gonna put it down a little bit closer to my guitar. I want kind of a hang loose distance to the 12th fret like this, you know? And also I have a soft pick because I'm quite a hard strummer when I play guitar, so having a soft pick to play acoustic in a more delicate song can help you quite a lot. Alright, and now I'm gonna pan this one a little bit to the left like this, make a new track, pan it to the right a little bit, not as much as the banjo, but a little bit panned. Record it again so I can have a stereo guitar, right? That's the trick to recording with one mic. Record things twice, pan them left and right, you got a stereo track. There you go. Guitars are now done, so let's move on to one of my favorites, the little teeny bitty mandolin. Look how cute is this little guy, and look at the size of my hands compared to the little neck on this thing. It's really hard for me to play this because my fingers just go all over the place, so again, I'm just gonna play some simple phrases because I like how it sounds. And I'm gonna put the microphone a little bit closer to this and right in the middle here. This does not make a lot of sound, it's quite quiet actually. So I'll put it a little bit closer. I'll still point it to the 12th fret just as a force of habit, right? But it should get a little bit of the body like this and a little bit of the strings, and it should sound quite balanced. Let's give it a go. right, and that's the mand right there, the mandolin. I'm gonna just record once because I'm gonna keep this one in the center as kind of a lead guitar kind of thing. But yeah, mandolin done. Now for vocals. I had a little bit of a tiny problem, which was my pop chute broke. This is my pop chute right here. It doesn't have anything to attach to. So I'm gonna have to do a little trick. For you guys that might not have a pop chute, I have a good trick. Let's record the vocals and I'll show you the trick. But firstly, to record vocals, I like to have a little bit of processing on my voice to make me sound a little bit better, because I'm very insecure about my own voice, okay? So I need a little bit of compression, a little bit of an EQ here. This is a Neve EQ. This one is from UAD, but you can get free ones. I'm just pushing the high end quite a lot to make my voice sound a little bit closer to what it would sound on the record. Compressing twice and a little bit of de-essing. That makes me feel better when I'm singing, all right? So yeah, there you go. Process while you're singing. If you use plugins with low latency, such as the Ableton stock plugins or the UAD stuff, you should be fine. Another little trick here, put your lyrics next to the Ableton session right there. It's gonna help you quite a lot, right? To know your lyrics. I can't remember lyrics, so I always read my lyrics 100% when I'm recording. So yeah, the trick when you don't have a pop chute is, you see here, my microphone is actually pointing at me at an angle, and I'm also gonna sing it slightly to the side, and that should help me have all my plosives going right next to it, right here, and not get to the capsule. So if I just sing a little bit to the side like this, point the mic a little bit down towards my throat, which is good, because I like the sound of my throat more than the sound of my nose, because I have quite a nosy voice. That's a cool little trick for you guys that don't want to spend $10 on a pop chute. So yeah, there you go. Also with your vocals, again, a hang loose distance of your microphone, of the middle of your microphone, of your capsule, I would say. So not the beginning of the mic, but your capsule here in the middle. Hang loose it, and you should be close enough.
Take me down, take me to the beach, take me where I should belong. Turn around to another nation, now I lost all my control. I'm praying, won't you remember me? It's all the same to me.
Okay, vocals done. Now I'm gonna do some crowd vocals. And I had a trick for this in my channel before I showed you. If you're subscribed, you know. If you're not, what you're doing to me, please subscribe now. But yeah, now you're gonna see it anyways. You're gonna see the trick anyways. So the first thing is to change the mic to Omni. So again, it captures everything around it, everything. So no matter where I am, it's gonna capture everything. And that's also gonna allow it to capture a lot of room sound around it, which is good for gang vocals. Because if you record your vocals over and over again and stack them, it's gonna stack the room sound and it's gonna sound like a room full of people. And the way that I like to do this is to put my mic behind me like this. That way when I come back to the computer here and sing, I'm gonna sing this way, then my voice is gonna go to the wall there and reflect back to the mic. And that's gonna be a really, really roomy voice, really indirect voice, which is nice for gang vocals. I'm also gonna move around the room a little bit so it sounds like there's people in different places. So people closer to the mic, people farther from the mic. It's gonna be a montage of gang vocals. Get ready for it.
Won't you remember me? It's all the same to me. Won't you just call my name? Won't you remember me?
Cool! One thumbs up, one hang loose, we did it. Let's hear how that sounds all together. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of mixing and reverb in there to really give you an idea of how these crowd vocals will sound in the final track. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of this reverb right here on it, and there's a little bit of an EQ here to take off some low end and room sound, and also this EQ here to put some high mids and highs in there. And we got a de-esser just to take the S's down, because a lot of S's at the same time happen in gang vocals. So de-ess your gang vocals. It is very necessary. Let's hear them out.
Won't you remember me? It's all the same to me.
There you go, we did it. We recorded the whole track. The whole track is done. As you saw, I started putting some processing already on each individual track. So now I'm just gonna throw a bunch of things in the master. You know, I'm not gonna mix super hard. I'm gonna throw a bunch of things in the master and we're gonna listen at the end of the video to the full track so you guys can check out if you like the sound of that microphone or not. This song was completely recorded on the microphone, so if you like how it sounds, maybe you like the microphone. If you don't like how it sounds, maybe you don't like the microphone. It's up to you. I'm not a reviewer, alright? Thank you so much to United Studio Technologies for lending me this mic, and thank you so much to you for watching this video. Please remember to press all the buttons around me that help me in this road, and I see you all next time. Bye.
A long time ago, I had a life to live. I had a mind and hope inside, and I had a lot to give. But now it hurts too much, I lost my touch, I'm hopeless in defeat. It shook me down, I'm out of town, just trying to compete. You shook the ground, you knocked me out. Take me down, take me to the beach, take me where I should belong. Turn around to another niche, now I lost all my control. I'm saying, won't you remember me? It's all the same to me. I knew before I could know all of it would go wrong. My mind wanted to try, but my nature just said no. And he locked me in, inside out. Here was my heartbeat, black and blue. I'm just like you, dead without beliefs. You took me down, you knocked me out. Take me down, take me to the beach, take me where I should belong. Turn around to another niche, now I lost all my control. I'm praying, won't you remember?